Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to your December readings. Welcome back if you are already part of this beautiful community we're building, and welcome to anyone new. So we're asking about September, anything that your guides, your spirit team, that the universe wishes to share with you. Let's have a look at the cards that we are drawing here to help to guide you in. So we have Yule Log. This is for pile one. In fact, let me zoom that camera in and make sure that we can see these a lot more clearly for you at this starting point. And make sure we get that focused in for you. Okay, fabulous. So, pile one, you have Yule Log, card number 44. Okay, so that is your card. Pile two, we have Hearth. This is for pile two for December. I can't believe we're in December already. Well, nearly in December at the time of doing these readings. And we have Ringing the Bells. This is for pile three. Okay, so let's get those set up and we'll draw some charms and some runes as well. And just in case you like that, if you already know from the cards which one of the readings is speaking to you, if it could be more than one, you can already just jump to the readings. The timestamps are in the description below. So your runes, we have 1, 2 and 3. And so pile one, you have the rune of Kano, openings. Pile two, you have Tewaz, the spiritual warrior. And pile three, you have Jira, the rune of harvest. Okay, now let us get some charms out as well. Just going to bring these little counters out because they do work really well for being able to see them more clearly. And thank you so much, all of you who kind of give me that feedback. It is so helpful, and I really do listen to what what you have to say. So let's put these here and take out a charm. I feel really excited. A bit like it is that a real Christmas feel to these readings. Okay, so you have the Sand Dollar, pile one. And pile two, you have the Whale's Tail. That's for pile two. And pile three, you have an owl. Okay, pile three. Okay, lovely souls. So, these are your cards, your runes, your charms. You can take as long as you need. I'm going to leave the video running just for a little bit longer, but you can press the pause button if you need to as well. The timestamps are below. I've listed as always, the cards as well. If there are any cards that are really singing to you and you think, actually, I want to know what they are in the description box as well. So, beautiful souls, thank you for being here. So many blessings, and I will see you in just a moment in the readings. Pile one, welcome to your reading. You have the card of Yule Log. It says, insert me with a bleeding thought, a sacred creation birthed from thy. I am God, I am goddess, I am creation and the creator. This is a fabulous card for a month like December. These are kind of Christmassy Yuletide cards, but nevertheless, we're asking about the whole month of December. And the Sand Dollar charm, this represents strength, flexibility, freedom, choosing your own path. And Kano is a rune of openings, a clear direction. The Yule log is about kind of death and rebirth. It's about letting go of stuff that no longer serves you and launching into the new, having the new. There's a real sense of freedom, of liberation in this reading already. Let's draw some cards for you and see what else we're being shown. What is happening for pile 1 in December? What is this sense of freedom? The eel and iris, safety. Oh, this is really interesting. You know, the goddess Iris, she was a very charitable figure. She's sometimes in some cards. Ooh, one of the cards has just stayed here while I put the pack away. We'll look at this too. Anyway, the goddess Iris, in some tarot packs, she is depicted as the card of temperance, keeping things in balance. So there's something here about both the masculine energies and the feminine energies. Now, this is not gender specific. This is the masculine and feminine that sit within us each, and the balance of both. And the goddess Iris, she was an amazing person, an amazing goddess. She was charitable, benevolent, kind, giving, always looking after the underdog. But my goodness me, if you tried to cross her boundaries and take advantage, you would know about it. You know, she had that strength. So in a way, she had the sort of the element of the divine masculine in her capacity to be really boundaried. And at the same time, she had that wonderful nurturing benevolence of the divine feminine. She had both those qualities. I'm hearing something like a slippery eel here as well. Don't know what that is. We'll follow through. Now you have the trout and lily of the valley, purification. So there's cleansing again, cleansing and rebirth. I think some of you are having to draw the line around something in December. Now this could be with yourself or it could be with others, but I think you're having to draw some lines and place some firm boundaries around you in order for almost like the new to arrive or something to emerge. What else are we shown here? Let's draw lots of oracle cards for you. Let's see what else we are shown for my beautiful pile ones. What is happening for my pile ones in the month of December? What is happening for my pile ones in December, please? I'm seeing these two. We will draw tarot cards in a moment. Okay, we have insecurity. Okay. We have burst of magic. That's pretty cool. Go outside. And healing again. Healing coming through, because this is... there's an energy here of letting go, of healing, of purification. Something bursting forth. It's time to go outside, tune into the powerful peace of nature, wherever you are, and feel at one with your habitat. Healing. Now is a time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. This is what this card is saying. I may move those along. I think what we'll do is put this down here and move the smaller card up here. That's going to work, isn't it? Okay. Look at this. She looks like the goddess Iris. You know, the card of temperance is really, really often shown with a rainbow balanced between two hands. This healing card looks just like the goddess Iris. I think you are having to draw the line. You are having to, around something, you're having to be firm and grounded. And you're also having to kind of move beyond something as well. I wonder if, well, we'll find out more about this card of insecurity. Now this is about freedom and liberation, so you're liberating yourself from something. It could be your own inner insecurities and you're having to be like really, really firm with yourself, not letting those insecurities get into your head. Being free of them once and for all, owning who you are and what you want. That sense of freedom, of liberation, letting go, healing and releasing and cleansing what is no longer necessary to hold on to. Let's ask about the insecurity card. Can we have some clarification for the insecurity card, please? We have the Six of Cups, also about giving, and we have the High Priestess. Also about giving and receiving here. Slippery eel is coming back in again here. What has been sliding through your fingertips here? My beautiful pile 1, I think everything in your reading at the moment appears to be about restoring balance. That slippery eel where things evade us, or this is all about boundaries. I mean, that's why the saying slippery as an eel. Iris is about boundaries. This is about healing. And yeah, I actually do think that December for you is a month when things come back into balance. Anything in your life that has not been balanced, whether you've been, I don't know, a workaholic, working too hard, and therefore your home life will come back into balance, or you have been perhaps insecure, you find your own strength, you find your own peace of mind. If you've been sitting there trying to make a decision and it's like you've got an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other, you come into balance. You start to be able to weigh things up. Let me just check that camera is focused for you. I do. I think this is a time and a month when your world comes back into balance. How very lovely. Purification, healing. Yeah. It's like almost peace of mind returning here. And a burst of magic. What is this that brings this in? The Yule log is the burning of a Yule log, which is a very ancient tradition. The log takes 12 days to burn, and each day, family or whoever is in the household, I guess even the community, can let go of something. Everyone can contribute or use the Yule log, the prayer of the Yule log, in those 12 days to let go of what they don't want and to ask for what they do want. It's a very ancient tradition, and I feel there is something here of release and healing, clear boundaries, and coming back into balance in a very pure way. So insecurity is stuff that has been troubling you, triggering you, really kind of being addressed here. What else can we be shown for December, the month of December, for my beautiful pile 1? Look at this, we have the 2 of discs, also a card of balance. If you have had a falling out with your other half, this card always reminds me of other halves. It's split down the middle, we see the stone, it's like here we have 2 halves, or 2 sides of the same coin, or 2 halves of the same fruit. Yes, if there's been a split in something, I think this is suggesting also if there's any kind of division going on within your world, this is a time to heal that division. Yeah, look at this. We have the 9 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. Yes, if there's been an imbalance of giving and receiving, have you been giving more than you've been receiving? Have you been receiving more than you've been giving? Whatever's taking place. Something that has been up in the air is going to be brought down to earth. Boundaries, groundedness, peace of mind, something that's been worrying you. Definitely something that's been up in the air, that's for sure. Maybe something you've been waiting for that's left you feeling out of balance. Gratitude. How fabulous to have the card of gratitude. That could not be more beautiful. Wow. Yeah, I think your peace of mind is returned. Now, whatever is going on in your world, it will be personal to you. If this is the reading you were drawn to, there is a need for peace of mind, for almost stability, to feel like, just to feel like you're grounded again, like you can breathe again, that you can relax again, that stuff is not up in the air. Something will be coming through for you that's going to align. It realigns your energy, it realigns your emotions, it realigns your relationships. Now, we've been, at the time of this reading, we've been going through some pretty big, intense stuff. And, you know, globally, many of us, well, globally, humanity is being affected by the big astrological stuff that's going on. And it's arriving with purpose. In many ways, it's highlighting areas of division and conflict and calling us back into balance, actually. For you, my lovely pile ones, I feel you achieve balance, healing, peace of mind. And that should never be underestimated. And I think some of you will be longing for that, just to feel like you can have some breathing space. You can relax, you can stop worrying about some stuff. Let's get more details, please, about this month, please. May we have more details for the month of December, for my lovely pile one. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. I'm back to freedom again. This is really interesting here. Something you've been grasping for comes to you, or if you've been, do you know, grasping at straws is something that's coming through, a bit like the slippery eel, something that's been evading you. If you've been trying to do something, like if you've been applying for jobs, endless jobs, and you just feel like you're never getting anywhere. Someone always gets there first, or you've been looking for houses, and every time you go and view it, you know, the moment you arrive, they say, "Oh, sorry, someone's just made an offer and we've accepted it." If there's something you've been grasping or trying to get a hold of, it's in December that it comes in. And that's partly, I think, what gives you, for some of you, I mean, this is a reading that's reaching many, but for some of you, it's a sense of certainty around something. I mean, I know in truth, in reality, there are only probably two things that are certain in our entire human lives. One is that we are going to pass away, so one is death, and the other is uncertainty. Let's face it, those are probably the only two things. But the reality is we like stability. We like to, it's a human thing. We like to tell ourselves that things are safe and stable because it makes us feel better. And what I see here is something you have been grasping for or wanting. I think you finally get to hold it. It's like you get to hold it. If you've been planning something and it's not come to fruition, it's there. You're holding it in your hand. You have it. Look at the way this is, the rainbow in both hands, and it brings you back into balance. So whatever comes to you, it brings your world back into balance, and it brings your peace of mind as well. Can we be gifted any further information about December or about this? May we ask for further information? You're going to be able to start to kind of make more choices here with the Seven of Discs. If you felt that your choices or your directions in life were limited, this will give you much more choice. Again, because you feel you're on solid ground. You feel like you're on a stable footing. Knight of Wands coming in. That's an interesting energy. Gosh, not only do you restore balance, but I think you're fired up with, you'll know what direction you want to go in. There's a clarity of direction for you as well. Gosh, December is a really lovely month for you. It feels very much as if some things are closing and other things that are really what you desire are opening. This is lovely. Let's look ahead, actually, my lovely pile ones. I think this is quite clear, this energy, and some of you will really be longing for something just to happen, to have it, to feel like it's just moving forwards at last. And it can be real. It's something you can invest in. You can feel strongly about it. It's like it's safe to believe in this. It's safe to be able to put your insecurities to one side. Let's look ahead. What's coming from this? What's coming from this? Peace. Back to peace of mind. Wonderful. This is lovely. So we have the card of peace. We have, which is the Two of Swords. In this pack, it's the card of peace. Then we have the Queen of Swords. Maybe request a looking ahead, a sneaky peek to help my pile one to know that they're on track. And look at this, you could not get a more wonderful affirmation. Right. You find peace of mind. You can stop having to be anything that you're not. This is about removing the masks that we feel we have had to wear. And this is about happiness, peace of mind, happiness, being the real you, being the authentic you. There's something that comes to you that gives you that strength of purpose, of dedication, of passion, of just thinking, do you know what? For some of you, it's going to feel a bit like, do you know what? This was really worth it, whether it was worth waiting for, worth working for, worth processing. Happiness, peace of mind, clear direction, and a real sense of being able, almost for some of you, being able to be vulnerable as well as strong. Just to be honest, to be authentic, to be who you really are in every possible way, and be really happy with yourself as well. Just to be at ease with yourself. It's okay to be you. That feels really significant. Very interesting reading, very, very significant, and I believe a really lovely foundation to move into a whole new year. Pile one, this is your reading. Beautiful souls, thank you so, so much for being here. And welcome if you're new. Thank you for returning if you are returning. It is such a blessing to be connected with you all. Thank you so, so much. I'm sending you the biggest hug. This just looks like the most wonderful, a wonderful point as you head into a new year. Tons of love, Pile One. Pile Two, welcome to your reading. What's happening for you in December? This reading is about listening to your heart. Letting your heart guide you rather than logic. Warming your soul. Allowing yourself to swim freely. To sort of intuitively follow the song of your heart and your soul. I don't know what that's about yet, but we will find out. It feels absolutely lovely. There's a real warmth here coming from the hearth fire here. Yeah, this is about your heart. Follow your heart. Wow. Okay, the frog and lotus, metamorphosis. Oh my goodness me. Gosh, frogs are very symbolic of literally cleansing, healing, of rain coming and cleansing. And frogs, I mean, they lose their tails, they grow, they change, they shapeshift. Let's get more cards. Can we please have more information for my lovely pile twos, please, for December? We have wisdom. Wow. And this will be wisdom from the heart. Soulmate. Oh, wow. Okay. Wisdom from the heart, not logic. Follow your heart. Goodness me. This may well be a relationship reading, my beautiful souls. Beyond the ordinary and the royal you. Okay. I think we can get those in, can't we? Yes, we can. Okay. For some of you, this may be a relationship reading with someone. For others, it could be your connection to the divine, beyond the ordinary, your connection with your higher self. Look at the flower as well. Look at the lotus coming up here twice. Really, really similar pictures. And this looks like a crown almost, your crowning glory. Okay. I'm going to draw more cards first before I actually really get into your reading. Moon energy, surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Okay. Your reading is all about following your heart. And it's like I think there is something that comes to you in December. It may already be around you as we approach December. There's something in December that is really, really fabulous for you, but it defies logic. Okay? It's not the logical solution. If it's a someone, it would be someone who you would logically think wouldn't work, but actually you just know it's perfect. There's something here that is going to light you up, feel like you're just going, it will make your heart sing. Now, this could be a calling, it could be another person. And a soulmate, of course, can come in many different ways. It can be a business connection, it could be a colleague, a friendship, or it could be a love interest. But there is something coming into your world that will light you up in December, make you feel beyond the ordinary. And you'll be asked, in a way, to flow with this. I think for some reason there is something about it that doesn't feel logical. And that's why, in a way, you've got the moon energy. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. We have the Six of Cups. This came out in pile 1. So if you were drawn to pile 1, I would, and so did this, I would strongly check it out. Strongly check it out. Okay. Oh, we have the Star. I love readings like this. You know, every now and then you get a reading where it's just so full of heartfelt energy, so full of love. This came out, some of these cards came out in pile 1. So if you were drawn to pile 1, even though it's a different reading, if you were drawn to pile 1, I would genuinely really recommend it, given the number of cards that are similar. This is, though, connected to some form of relationship. It's connected to a person, someone with whom you can feel. It is like a twin flame, like a mirror of yourself in some way. I think for some of you, and look even here, wisdom, these two, I don't even know what they are, I'm going to have to say. I don't know what exactly this is depicted here. They look like balls of plants. Do you know these could be mistletoe balls? You know, I don't know, here in the UK, I don't know if you've ever seen, if you're from the UK, you probably have. I don't know how it grows in other countries, but here in the UK, there are trees that have mistletoe growing on them. And mistletoe is a very Christmassy thing. It's a very December-y thing. And the mistletoe berries come out, and traditionally you kiss under the mistletoe. And when mistletoe really grows, when it gets established, it grows in great big balls like this, usually quite high up in old trees. And we have two balls of mistletoe, I think, here. There's a lot of love in your reading. Heartfelt energy. Someone coming along who is a mirror of you. And yeah, it could be your connection with the divine, with your calling, your purpose. You just know. But this is definitely about relationship. And it's wonderful. There's a celebration. There's a mutuality of giving and receiving. It's passionate. It's hopeful. It's joyous. Confusing as hell, because logically it doesn't feel right. There's something about this that is not feeling logically right. It would be one of those scenarios when you look at it from the outside in, and you'd think, well, why would you make that choice? And, you know, that might seem a crazy thing. I'm not quite sure how or why. I'm not necessarily saying the choice is about the person. It could be the circumstances around it, or what even led you to connect with this person. You know, random circumstances, and you think, well, how did that make any sense? There's definitely confusion around. But it feels right. It could be, you know, if this is the love of your life, then you get swept off your feet and you think, oh, it doesn't make sense to want to commit to this person so quickly, and yet your heart will be wanting to in some way. The Empress. This is worth nurturing. It is worth investing in. What a confirmation. It's a card of happiness. It's a card of nurture, of abundance, of happiness, of joy, of this is just absolutely worth continuing with. Nine of Swords. And yet logically something is feeling as though, what is the logic bit? Let's ask about this. Let's dive in a bit more here. We've got a Nine of Swords here. Let's ask, why is this logically not feeling right? What is it about this that is feeling as though it doesn't make sense? Because that's, what is that about? What is the logic about, please? Or what is the bit that doesn't make sense about? What's the confusion, please? Could we have guidance about the confusion? Princess of Swords. And we have irises here showing up. There's a reference point to irises in reading 1 again. I think it's because you have to let something go. Hence the metamorphosis. You'd have to let something go to let this flourish. The universe. The universe is an ending and a beginning. And we've got lotus flowers here again. We have the Four of Discs and we have the Ten of Swords. If this relates to an existing relationship, it may be that somebody had potentially behaved, I don't know, out of it in a way that didn't feel okay. And you're maybe having to let go of something in order to re-establish the relationship, or there could be a difference of opinion or a different perspective here. With the Four of Discs as well. Again, we've got another crown coming in here. Pile 2, I think there is something you have to let go of or relinquish in order to embrace what is coming. What is coming is a major opportunity for happiness, for joy, whatever it is. As I said, it could be your connection to you, your pathway, your spiritual pathway, your calling. It could be a person, making a commitment to a person. It could be, I think it is relationship to something. If it's relationship with yourself, it could be relinquishing an attitude or a perspective. But there's something very real coming in here that is so uplifting. It's absolutely the pathway that your heart wants to follow, and yet for some reason there is some aspect of your mind. Tewa, as the spiritual warrior, is quite a mind-focused energy. There is something here that you have to let go of, walk away from, that logically a part of you is trying to hold on to it, and emotionally, I guess, maybe even there's a tangle between your mind and your emotions, but your heart is singing about this. You know you want it. Let's get a greater flavour of how this may emerge. May we have any more guidance or information as to how this might emerge? I mean, to be fair, metamorphosis, growth in an accelerated way is not easy, is it? Okay, we have the card of Strength. This is the Nine of Wands in a traditional pack. Seeing these two and this one. Oops. Straighten your cards out a little bit. Ace of Discs. Interference, Eight of Swords, adjustment. And we have the Tower. Okay, this is really, really interesting. Okay. Okay. Right, my lovely pile 2. I think a major change is coming one way or the other with the Tower. I mean, the Tower card tells us that change is on its way. Metamorphosis is going to happen. It's like a tadpole will become a frog. You know, that is the natural order of things. A tadpole is going to become a frog, even if it would rather stay as being a tadpole. You know, quite happy wiggling around, being a little tadpole, happy in its world. The tadpole is going to become a frog, whether it likes it or not. Change is coming here. I kind of feel it's almost like, do you surrender to the change or do you resist it, if I'm honest? That's what it feels like is going on in December. I think most of you want it, you long for it. I suspect it feels a bit risky because it's new. You have got to let go of some things, whether it's an attitude, a habit, something inner, some sort of behavior pattern, something outwardly that you do, or it could be a someone or a circumstance or a situation or people or whatever, or there is something, but there is something new coming in. And the new is wonderful. It's a fit. It's the perfect fit for you. There's something on offer that offers you a different pathway. I'd venture to say a different way of living. A more balanced way of living. But adjustments have to be made. There could even be opposition around you with the card of interference, the Eight of Swords. There could even be opposition around you from people who are very happy with you staying as you are when you actually want to grow and do it differently. There's an opportunity in front of you. There could be interference. Someone saying, no, stay and do it our way. Or, I don't think you should do that. That doesn't make logical sense. Why would you up sticks and move there? Or why would you do that? Well, because your heart is singing. Because your soul knows it's right for you. Yeah, there could be interference around you. Let's get a bit more guidance around the interference card. Let's follow this through for you, pile 2. Power. This is so interesting. Right, this card says really, really clearly, either your boundaries are being walked over by someone, in which case you need to strengthen your boundaries. You need to stand your ground, strengthen your boundaries, or you are being too rigid and you need to be more flexible. It's two sides of the same coin. So that helps us enormously in knowing really where the guidance is coming from here. In terms of following your heart, victory, we have the Six of Wands. How beautiful. What a fantastic card to draw. We also had the Lovers. Wow. Back to soulmates, connections, relationships, whether it's your relationship to the divine, to others, right? This is a relationship in this card very much of higher consciousness. Very much a relationship that's guided by the divine. Whether it is people, a relationship to yourself, to your higher self, to your pathway, to the soulmate, to the love of your life, to your dreams, whatever this is. I think maybe there is some interference for some of you around this. People who say, well, why would you do that? The change is coming anyway, so this feels for me one of those sort of, are you going to jump on board and take an ownership of it? You know, dive in, literally with the whale tail, dive into this and just surrender to this and trust that source spirit is your guide. Or are you resistant to it? Or you kind of know, but you're worried about offending people. I think you're going to have to cut through some crap in order to totally surrender to the song of your soul and the song of your heart. But I think when you do, it feels like the perfect marriage, the perfect meeting place, which is pretty cool, if I'm truly honest. Pretty cool. Let's just see if we're given any other information at all about December for you. This is a big happening, isn't it? Let's face it. Look at that Queen of Wands. This is the card of transformation. This is the card of metamorphosis. You can do this. You're transforming. This is happening. One chapter of your life is ending and a new is opening. This is happening one way or the other. So in a way that you could sort of say it's a bit of a no-brainer, really. In a funny way, that's what I'm seeing in your cards. You know, I think the challenge as well is giving up the safety of the familiar, giving up the safety of doing something in a particular way because that's what you're used to doing, or giving up the safety of trying something new, or stepping into new territory, or perceiving it differently, or surrendering to someone when every logical part of you says, I'm not ready, or I shouldn't, or all the shoulds and shouldn'ts are in play here. But this is sort of ditching those and really aligning with the song of your heart. Yeah, she is the queen of transformation. She really is. I think this December for you is a month of metamorphosis. I think it is a month where some massive changes are actually taking place at a real core level. When big changes take place, we do worry, we do wobble. It's a natural human thing. But you are going to be fine, pile 2. This is so purposeful. So any confusion, get still, surrender, stand in love, everything. Yes, there are some endings, but my goodness me, the beginnings are profound. Yeah, I would recommend pile 1 as well. There is a sort of a connection here. They're different readings, but I do think pile 1 may well have some relevance to many of you, so it is worth checking it out. My lovely pile 2s. This feels heavenly. I mean, really, literally heavenly. The joy, the happiness, the Empress here. The letting your heart sing is, and yeah, this is a reading of surrender. I'm not going to say any more. I feel like I'm just going to start waffling. My beautiful souls, I'm sending you so much love. Keep us posted in the comments. It is wonderful to hear from you. And I will, of course, be posting your all zodiac sign readings really soon as well as we move towards December. So beautiful souls, tons and tons and tons of love. And thank you so much for being here and all of the support that you bring to the channel in every way. Tons of love, my beautiful souls. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. What's happening in December? Let us check out. I find it very interesting. You have Ringing the Bells. This is an interesting card because it's actually quite hard-hitting in its own way. So let's just see what else we're shown here. The Butterfly and Snowdrop Hope. Okay, that's rather reassuring because this is quite an interesting card. It has an energy of just strong language around it. Okay, and we have the Bear and Cedar Leadership. Okay, that's lovely. Hope and leadership. Okay, right, that is helping me to see what this is about for you for December. And we have Soulmate. This came out in pile 2. So, my beautiful souls, if you were drawn to pile 2, you may want to check it out. And Creation. Ooh, gosh, this is an exciting reading, to be honest with you. Ringing the bells. Gosh, it's like ringing the bells. Into me I see. Wow. This is the first time this card has shown in a reading, actually, interestingly enough. The first time it's shown up on the channel. How interesting is that? Right, you have the Rune of Harvest. Creation. Something profoundly hopeful is coming into your world. I think after a period where something has felt quite dark or quite difficult, because this has a hard-hitting energy. I was a little concerned, if I'm truly honest. When I drew this card, I thought, "Ooh, what is going on with this?" Because it really is quite hard-hitting, and it very much speaks about banishing things, and that's quite strong language. But actually, what I'm seeing is it's almost like banishing darkness and bringing in light, heralding higher vibration, heralding springtime with these snowdrops, heralding transformation, coming out of something. Coming out of the cave, the bear and leaderships. Cedar. Cedar is a very strong energy again, but it's strong and it's determined. Soulmate and creation. Into me I see. I think that maybe someone comes into your world in December who really sees you, okay? Which is really rather beautiful. Someone who sees you for who you really are, the potential of who you are with the owl. Someone who kind of want to say loves you just as you are, kind of that, you know that saying, isn't it, warts and all. Let me just adjust the lighting on this, make sure that I can, is that going to pick up on the cards? I do apologise while I'm faffing around trying to make this work. Get it to focus on, yeah. I think somebody actually sees you. Now this could mean that for some of you, you actually even almost get headhunted or something. Let's draw more cards and find out. But you get seen. You get seen and appreciated. Into me I see. Seen, appreciated, understood, recognised, validated. And it feels as though this is not exactly long overdue, but completely like the timing is completely right for this to happen. Yeah, protection. Fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. And then transformation, and we have the butterfly. Okay, this fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that is happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come, and we have the butterfly. I think what initiates a transformation is that somebody really sees you for who you are. And it creates a space where, it literally creates a space of transformation. Let's draw your tarot cards. Let's ask more about this, because this is a very interesting reading. We are asking about December. So King of Discs. Look at you with your head above the parapet. We've got the Lovers. And we have the Queen of Discs. So this is interesting, Queen and King. And we have the Three of Discs. Okay, now this may not necessarily be a love relationship reading, but there is an energy of someone who comes into your world. It could be partnership, but with the King and Queen of Discs, this could also be a working alliance, or indeed family with the discs, but somebody actually sees you. It's like you're recognized, appreciated for exactly for who you are. And it's through that recognition that your head can come sort of up into the daylight almost, so that you can emerge in some way like a butterfly from a chrysalis. There's an emergence, there's an opportunity here. For some of you with the Lovers sitting between the King and Queen of Discs, this could be partnership as in a love interest. It could be an existing relationship where you suddenly realise someone really, really sees you. They're there for you in no uncertain terms. If you are single and looking for love, this could be someone who really sees you. It's like you can come out of the cave, you can be seen, yeah, literally for who you are. There's no, it is warts and all. It's fine. You know, it's like you can just be yourself. That's totally fine. We have Eight of Swords. Again, I do feel there is a situation around you, and it's probably current when you come to this reading, where you've been feeling a bit hemmed in, or as if it's a struggle to manifest, or literally hard to keep your head above the water for some of you. Someone comes along and sees you, and it's it's not exactly visibility, because I'm not seeing you wide out into the open, but it's the personal recognition. You know, if we're struggling with something, it's that sort of scenario, isn't it? A problem shared is a problem aired. It's that kind of situation where whoever you are, whatever's happening, if you hit a pocket of deep water and someone comes along and says, look, I really see you, and it's fine, you know, how can I help you? Or there's something, just the validation and the recognition enables you to begin to literally transform. It's interesting, it says, you know, practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. I'm going to get some clarification around this. And you are a very psychic bunch. Why do you need protection? What is this about? So we have Three of Wands and Princess of Discs. How interesting. I wonder if there is pressure on you to succeed in some way. You know, the Three of Wands is a dynamic card. It's a turning point whereupon you build on something. And the Princess of Discs, really, this is the Knight, or the Page. Is it the Page or the Knight in this pack? Prince and Princess. Let me just check for a moment. Just make sure I'm getting that right. Yeah, it's the Page. I just had a quick look in the book, just sort of realigning with these cards. It's the Page. So we have the Page of Discs, the Page of Pentacles. So there's a youthful energy of promise, protection. There's something of promise around you that helps to bring you out of a place of darkness or a place where something has not been feeling right. I think someone comes along and sees the potential in you. But whatever it is that is hemming you in, stopping you from owning your capacity to fully create, I think it gets lifted, actually, my lovely pile 3 in December. You get to transform. It's like springtime. Absolutely springtime. Let's just draw some more cards so we can see that there's opportunity to transform. I'm seeing a sensitivity, almost a rawness in you around something, a vulnerability, and yet that vulnerability and the truth of it is your strength. And somehow someone comes along and sees beyond it. This could be someone you already know, somebody new, but whoever it is, they come in. I think they're very wise. Very magical person, kind of like a seer. Into me I see. I think literally someone who sees you. And whether that is because emotionally they see you, you're in an intimate connection. However we look at it, someone can see that you're in a tight spot. And I think they come along and help to create some, like a turning point or a new opportunity, an opportunity to move something forwards. Your gift is an opportunity to move something forwards. And for some of you, it's to bring something to a completion, hence this sort of letting go of something or releasing something once and for all. I think for some of you, it brings something to a close. There's a freedom almost from it, I would venture to say. Yeah, look at this. We have Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords. Oh my goodness me. And Hierophant and the Magus. Wow, 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 wow. Here we go. I'm wowing again. But I make no apologies. I like wowing. And thank you so much for all your comments that you also like the fact that I go wow, wow and more wow. Thank you very much. I love you too. So, King of Cups. Knight of Wands rather. Here I am, King. Blah, blah, blah. Right, okay. Refresh my brain. How interesting, though. Knight of Wands. This is an energy of moving something forwards. It's dynamic. Knight of Swords. I always feel like with this card, it's like helicopter vision. Cutting through the crap. Getting to the point. I think somebody sees you in a really amazing way and they see your situation and they offer you a key to be able to transform something and come out the other side shining. Let's find out more, because I feel this is somebody coming in here, which is very interesting. There's this energy of someone coming in potentially to help. This is very specific though, because it's not just that someone comes in and offers you something. What makes this real and makes this transformation possible is somebody really seeing you. It's the validation, the acknowledgement with love. They can see you're hemmed in, they can see the challenge, and they are prepared to, they want to come in and commit to supporting you, or they honour something within you that enables you to commit to coming through and out the other side of something. Let's ask how December unfolds. Can we be given any more information? We have gain. Okay, now that's an interesting card. We have gain. We have valour. And we have prudence. Okay, right. Now, whatever your situation, my lovely souls, whatever has been feeling like it's closed in around you or limiting your ability to see or causing you worry, it could be that you're slightly tangled in some kind of a scenario. This card in this particular pack speaks of like a three-way relationship. And the dynamic of a three-way relationship of having to try and make something work, where there's more than one party's interests involved. So some of you could feel like you're pulled in different directions, or you're trying to maybe even navigate lots of different things all at once. Maybe that's part of an overload. But however, whatever's, maybe you're hemmed in by work, too many things going on all at once. But someone comes, and that would be like a scenario where someone comes along and says, look, I can see how much you're carrying. Let's do something about it. No one can carry this kind of load for this long. Let's work out how we can move this forward, so that you're looked after and you're supported. There's definitely someone giving you a key here. And they're offering to nurture, they're creating a scenario where you can come through this and out the other side, you can emerge and be in a place where you feel nurtured, taken care of, and looked after and loved. Coming from a scenario where you feel like you can't see the woods for the trees, you can't move forwards. This is very, very uplifting. I'm going to be very intrigued as to what comes through in the all zodiac sign readings for December. Let's draw some more cards. I sort of feel like this is going to be a bit of a relief, actually, for some of you. Let's see how this unfolds. It's very specific, actually. It's the visibility that transforms this for you with the owl and brings you some kind of a harvest, fruition, a transformation. May we ask how December unfolds? Could we have more information for my pile 3, please? Look at the pathway ahead. Wow. 4 of Wands, which is a card of commitment, of celebration, and the stepping stones to success. And we do have the Hierophant. This is also a commitment. I think this key, this visibility, you're able to recommit to it's either a brand new pathway, or you're able to recommit to a pathway that takes you forwards. It's like a star of hope, moving from a place of despondency or difficulty. I love this energy. It's transforming. Something in your world that has been difficult is transforming, in very simplistic terms. Let's see how else the world is unfolding for my pile 3s during December. I mean, this feels like the key message for you. We have temperance. What a joy. Balance, harmony. Being able to sort of feel like this is almost like a Gemini card, being able to see things from more than one perspective rather than not seeing, not being able to see the woods for the trees. I mean, what a difference between, the 8 of Swords energy being hemmed in to sort of seeing everything from a really balanced perspective, like a higher viewpoint actually with temperance, the higher perspective. Knight of Wands, wow, again. Showing up twice. Okay, I think something is transforming quite quickly in December for you. And that is fabulous. I don't think you're going to have to hang around for this to happen. I think the energy of something at the time you come to this reading is feeling not quite right, but you are not going to have to hang around for this to transform and happen, which feels fantastic. It kind of puts you back in the driving seat as well. If you've been feeling like stuff's been going on and you don't know what's going on and you don't quite know how to handle it. I mean, this Magus is really, this magician, this person is happening, they're balanced, they're on top of things, on top of the world. What a difference validation makes. And this is the winged messenger of the god Mercury as well, so it may be that a message is given to you from someone that again lifts you, changes something completely. Message is brought to you, it's a message, literally like a message from the gods, and it changes your direction with the Three of Wands and the Three of Discs. Opens another pathway for you. Suddenly you know what you want to do and how you're going to do it and where you're going to go, and you are no longer feeling trapped or stuck. And it happens fast. Is there any further guidance and information for my pile 3, Knight of Cups? This is wonderful. The Knight of Cups is a gorgeous energy. Absolutely gorgeous energy. I'm seeing you balanced. I'm seeing you on track. Yeah, it's like you get your vision back. It's like you get, I mean, yeah. You get your vision back, you get your sense of sort of heart-centered energy back here. Look at these horses. I feel that you are no longer divided. And I feel as if in a way with this card ringing the bells, because this does speak sometimes of a kind of a division, of having to let something go. I feel that you are divided by something or torn in different directions, or you, as I said, you can't see something clearly. You arrive at a place where you just, it's kind of like you just know, you know it's okay to be you. And whatever has been divided, you are resolute and clear on your own pathway. Fascinating reading for December, my beautiful, beautiful souls. Let's draw some more cards and just see if anything else comes through to December for you, my lovely souls. Does anything else come through for December for my pile 3? Feels like a real positive outcome. Another 3. This is such a turning point for you. You've got 3 of Discs, 3 of Cups, 3 of Wands. This is kind of what you've been wanting. This is what you've been needing. And absolutely something that has been giving you a lot of heartache, a lot of concern, a lot of distress, pulled in more than one direction, not knowing which way to go, hemmed in, worrying about it. It ends. It's done, dusted, over. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I am thrilled. And then the Princess of Cups. Wow, talk about being in a good place. The princesses, you know, we checked out, I was checking out earlier, you know what, with the princess cards. You know, you've got the Princess of Discs here, you've got the Princess of Cups. Wow. I mean, this is newness. It feels like a fresh start, actually. That's what I'm going to say. Something transforms, something that has felt dark, heavy, hemmed in. You have a fresh start, and it comes because somebody either gives you a message that enables you to know where you're going, or someone comes in and you are seen, you are understood. You are appreciated. It's not like visibility publicly. It's visibility through understanding, acknowledgement and recognition. And through that, you know where you're going. And yeah, it's lovely. This is a real turnaround in every possible way. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Something is now over. A period of time that has been really tough for you. I'm thrilled. Pile 3. Keep us posted. Let us know how your month evolves. I'm excited, dead excited to be doing the all zodiac sign readings, which I'll be moving to really, really soon and getting those uploaded for you. So tons and tons and tons of love to you, beautiful souls. And I look forward to seeing you again for some other readings really, really soon. And thank you so, so much for being here, for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and welcome if you're new, welcome back if you're following my readings. Just so much love. This feels like the turnaround you have been waiting for. How fab.